Good morning, everyone. Back again. I thought I'd come on this morning and do a little bit of work in this journal. From the last video, I think that I hadn't done any embellishments. I think I'd done the papers, sorted out all the papers rather, and was putting together some yes, I was going to be putting together some decorations and elements and ephemera into it. So since I last came on with regard to this, I'm just going to pull you back a little bit actually, because I think you're a bit too close. There we go. But I'll move you forward. There we go. Yeah, so I hope you're all well. Sitting in my cabin. It's a sort of a strange morning. I think the sun wants to shine, but the clouds won't let it, and it's a little bit grey, but it's warm, so it's okay. It's quite nice. So yes, I've been working on this on and off before I went away, and then when I came back a couple of days ago, and I've been doing the odd little half an hour here and there. So when I came back, obviously I made that, if you saw it, I made that video about herbs, because I was, when I came back the garden had exploded and there were just lots of herbs to start gathering, so that's why I did that one. I thought it was interesting. I thought you might be interested in it, and so yeah, that's why I did that one. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more content with regard to herbal remedies and herbs and things like that, then please do give me a shout and let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'm happy to do. Somebody has already commented and said they would like to see more, and it would be good to know if anybody else wants to see some of those sorts of videos. It is part of my other job, it's one of my other jobs, so it is important to me, but it doesn't have to be included in these videos. But I think it's the two subjects, for me, they work quite well, but it's up to you whether you want to watch those. So yes, as you might remember that I'd chosen the papers, and then what I've done is started doing is just putting some embellishments on, so like this, and in the first page these sorts of things. So I've made some journaling cards and some pockets and things throughout. So I want to carry on doing that, and today I thought I'd take you along. So what I'm doing at the moment is looking at pages that I want to cover. So some pages I'm happy with white, and then other pages I would like to cover them with some tissue paper or something like that, just to get a covering, and then I can work on it after that, because I don't want the stark white. So this is the paper that I'm going to use. This is a Ruby and Pearl paper, and I'm going to cover this with tissue to give me a base to work on. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. So I'm going to use this tissue paper, sort of like a beige, creamy beige colour, which I think will work quite well to give me a good base to work from. So you probably know from the videos that I've put out that I like to I recycle all my tissue paper, and that's what I'm doing generally when I'm doing things like this. Let's have a look. So that's not tall enough that way, but it is that way, and I've got a hole there, but that's okay because I can cover that up. I'm not too concerned. So I will have to do it like this because I've got a sticker on that side. So yeah, let's have a go then. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the glue on this side and then just add the tissue on from there. So I'm just using glue stick for this. It doesn't need to be wet glue. Well, you could use wet glue, it would make it, but it would give it a shiny appearance, and I don't want that. I want a nice matte appearance. So yeah, I hope you're all well. It's good to be back. While I was away, I didn't do any work on on my crafting. I did some sketching, and I was inspired by some of the walks that I did with my sister, but yeah, yeah, I didn't do any crafting as such, and I was just itching to get back, to be honest, to do some, which is quite a nice feeling, you know, when you enjoy something so much that you want to get back to it. So yeah, so there we go. Right, so I'm going to get this on. I'll put it this way because then I can see where the holes and things are, and see if I can manage to cover them over. Move it over a little bit that way. There we go. Let's just do it again. My method didn't work so well. Just want to see if I can get it right to the edge. Yeah, that works. That works for me. And I don't mind the creases. It just sort of adds to the page, really. So actually, I do mind that one. It's a bit big. Let's see if I can take it out a little bit. I don't mind creases that are random, but when they're sort of going right across the page, I'm not so keen. Okay, that didn't work as well as I wanted, but it's okay. Right. I'll probably need a bit more glue on there. Have a look. It's a problem with glue stick, is although I do prefer using glue stick to wet glue for things, you know, quite often you can't see where you've put it on, and so you miss areas, but you know, it's always possible to change that. Let's see if I can get this off. Whoops. Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about. Anyway, so I hope you're well and you've been busy crafting and enjoying the warmer weather. I certainly have. Makes such a difference to my, you know, there's a bubble there. What I might do is prick that bubble and just so that it doesn't, because then I can put some glue over the top of it like that, and hopefully it'll hold it down. There we go. I don't know if I made that better or worse, but anyway. Yeah, so lovely warmer weather. Love it. Love you know, when it's warm spring weather. So I'll just cut this off. I suppose I could rip it, but my experience of ripping tissue paper never goes very well. Doesn't go as well as I'd like it to. And these scissors are not great, actually. I'm going to use these. See if they're any better. My scissors are a bit blunt. Oh, these are better. Whenever my scissors go missing, I know where they are. They're in my granddaughter's bedroom. She likes to take my scissors. Right, so yeah, it'd be interesting to know what you're all up to, what you're doing and crafting. I would like to do some craft along videos. I just need to work out what to do for that. I don't know if you heard my tummy then again. So you know my tummy always seems to rumble when I'm doing videos, and today is no different. I don't know why. Right, I'm just going to cover that over with another piece of tissue. Oops. Just a little bit there, and then I'll cut it off. Don't need much. I don't really want it to be too, I don't want an edge on it like that. Let's see. Just tends to look a bit more natural when you do it that way. Got some tissue coming up here. Put some more glue in there. So it's not as easy as you think, is it? Right. Oh, those, these. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've got news. So I don't know if I mentioned in my, I can't remember if I mentioned in my herbal video where I've been and what I've been doing. So I went up to Durham, to County Durham, to see my sister and niece, Ellie. And then I gave Ellie the, you might remember the, I'll leave that. Yeah, you might remember me making a journal for her, and she loved it. So I think that's okay. I can live with that. And what I'll do is I'll let that dry, and then I can decorate that page a little bit. And I really don't mind if it sort of pops up here and there. It's not the end of the world, and I'm going to be covering it anyway, decorating it with various things. So yeah, so that's that page. I'll just move this out of the way. So yeah, I'm making a ephemera for the pockets and things like that. And I'm using a variety of pages, mostly Ruby and Pearl, but not all Ruby and Pearl. Some of them are from some cardstock that I've been buying. And I'm just thinking what I could do here. It'd be nice to put something there quite pretty there then when you open that. Yeah, so and some are from book pages and things like that. So there's a variety, but quite a lot are Ruby and Pearl designs. Excuse me. I'm just going to have a look and see what I've got here, whether there's anything I want to use to create a background. I've got some pretty handmade paper there, which is, I made it, I'll just take that out. Yeah, I made it last summer, I think, and or the summer before, I can't quite remember. So I think that would look quite nice in there as a background, and then I can decorate that on top. Yeah, so I might use a bit of this as a background to a decoration. Alright, so maybe I will put it, I'll just take that off because it is going to come off anyway. Or shall I do it that way? Yeah, I think I might do it this way. So I'm going to rip it down the middle. I'm not worried about a straight edge rip, so I can put that one on that side, and I could put the other piece on the other side, and you know, that would look quite nice, I think. Yeah, I think I'll do that, and then I can, no, I won't actually. So I'm going to put this on and glue it on. Again, I'm not I don't need it to stick down perfectly with something like this. I'm not too worried about it. This glue is terrible. I mean, you know, you think when you're buying Pritt Stick you're going to get a really good quality, and then it just, I don't know about you, but it's very squidgy. Right, so this is coming off, but I like that, so I'm going to stick that back on. It's a bit of rose, and we all love a little bit of rose. So there we go. So I'm happy with that, and then I think I might put a dried flower on there, but maybe I should look for something else, maybe some pretty tissue or fabric. Maybe, I think tissue, just because it's quite light paper. Just looking for some tissue now. There's some pink. You know me, I love my pink tissue. Just a little bit. So yes, I'll be honest, I've been in here twice this week. Well, twice at the weekend, preparing to do a video and doing one, and then it not turning out, not to how I wanted. And I've still got that sort of, that's too, I think I just want it a bit smaller than that. I've still got this feeling not wanting to, you know, not being able to concentrate on. So what I found was, as I was videoing me making ephemera, I just found it too distracting, you know, and trying to speak and concentrate on what I was doing and make decisions. And you know, I don't know if that's just me. I do have some problems with my memory and also my speech, and that is just down to a certain condition that I have, that, you know, I struggle to find the right words. You might have noticed, and you know, I apologise if it's a little bit annoying. I just, you know, it is just what it is. I can't really help it. It annoys me. It's very frustrating, but I'm going to give it another layer, just a smaller layer on top, and then I'm going to put a dried flower. Yeah, so I do have that going on, and it's very distressing sometimes. So there we go, little thinner piece, and then I'll put a flower on top. I don't want to flatten that down too much. So right, I'm just going to grab a flower. I do have a lot actually, and I've just I've just found some more that I pressed this spring. So I've just opened up my flower press and I've found some more. So that was quite nice. And I've just pressed some more as well. I like to press them, you know, when they're in ready to be, you know, they're the right conditions. It's dry outside, etc., etc. Oh, that's, I mean, it's large, but that is so nice. I'm very tempted that. This is from last year and it was poppy. Oh, actually it might not have been a poppy, it might have been cosmos, and I think that looks really nice. I might go for that. I think these are too small for that page. I'm wanting something, and I think that's what I'm going to go for. So let's have a look. How am I going to do this? So I tend to use wet glue for this. And then what I'll probably do is cover it over to protect it when just going to put some in the center there, and then I'll put some down the stalk. I don't know if you remember previous videos when I've used my glue spreader and I always moaned about the fact that I didn't have one of these little bottles, and then I finally got one. Yahoo! So there we go. Put this on very gently. Stick that on there, and then I like that. It's not the prettiest of colours. Just going to use a little brush to get in and spread it a little bit so it's not a big blob underneath the. I mean, it's not the prettiest of colours, but to my mind, it's not more natural looking. And oops. yeah, sometimes I do lose colour. I think, I'm not sure why. It could be the paper that I've used to press. I think using acid-free cartridge paper is the way to go, and I may not have done that. So that's stuck quite well, and I like it. I like the effect, so I'm sticking with that. I think it would look nice with some writing, so I might do some stamping over it. Let's have a look, see what I've got. I should have put it on the background actually, but anyway, it is what it is now. Done it. Oops. All right, what have I done with my stamps? Right, I'm not sure what I've done with them, so that'll have to, oh, there they are. This one. Don't have a lot of stamps. I would like to get some more. Don't know what colour to use. Gold would be nice. Might have gold out. Yes, I have got gold there. Gold or grey or brown. I'm going to use grey. I just think it's probably not the right colour for. I don't think it would show up really very well in gold. So I'm going to use grey. Make sure I get it the right way up. So where am I going to put it? I think down here and maybe a little bit up here. And I don't want it to be, actually I will take it to the bottom. It's not very dark, but I'm happy about that. I think I prefer it subtle, so it doesn't overshadow the flower. I'm going to put a little bit at the top. Just yeah, I like that. Happy with that. Maybe a little bit on the side here. Here. Yeah, loving it. I like that. Right, and I'm going to let that dry because it tends to smudge a little bit when you put something over it. So I'm going to let it dry, and then what I'll do is try and protect the flower part with some, I've got some, as you may remember that I use this sort of thing, which covers over the flower itself, so I'm going to do that now. I don't need to let it dry actually, I can do it now. It just protects it, and took too many off there. So it just protects it. Actually, not sure about that. No, that doesn't work for me. Right, okay, I'll have to rethink that. It's not long enough for one thing. I do have some longer, but maybe I'll use something clear, some clear acetate or something rather than that. Probably have acetate somewhere I usually do. So like maybe I've got to put something like that over the top. So again, you know, a little bit of recycling is all you need to do this sort of thing. you know, if you get packages with this sort of thing on it, so that's already got glue on it, so I could take advantage of that and use that edge. I don't know if it'll look very nice, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is just split it, try it with my ruler, and see if you can get a nice edge. Oops, sorry. There we go. Okay. Now I can see it's not very clean inside, and I don't have any I don't have anything to wipe it with at the moment. Right, I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the top here, where there is already glue. It won't need a lot because it's very lightweight. Just spread that a little bit. Don't need it to be too much. I probably made that worse, but anyway. Hopefully it'll dry clear, and then I'll put it on, and then I'll cut it off. Oh dear. Yeah, I'll cut it off. I know I'm making a dog's dinner of it, so probably thinking, what on earth is she doing? I'm hoping this is going to be effective, as you know, to protect the flower. There we are. And then I will cut that off the edge. There you are. I think that's okay. I don't think it looks terrible. It's going to protect it, and it'll flatten out when it's. Let's see what it looks like on camera. Yeah, it looks better on camera than it does. Oh dear. Okay, well, you know, it's done. And I don't dislike it, I'm just not 100% sure at this stage, but I think it'll look nice in the book itself, which is what we want. So I'm going to just move these. And I do want to incorporate some dried flowers, so I'll probably use some more. There we go. All right, I'm going to pop that back in the book, and then we'll see what that looks like. This is now dried, so I can start decorating that. Where's my book? I'm all over the place, as you can see. I mean, I think it will be a nice little surprise, you know, when you open the page and you find this peeking out. Yeah, that does look nice. I wonder if I should glue this down now, because it just keeps popping up. It could be quite annoying. It's because it had a fold here. Right, let's pop that back in here, because this goes in here. And then, yeah, happy with that, happy with that, and that. Although I do think, I wonder if I've moved it. Should I moved it? I know, I like these two together, like that. I might have to put something else between this and that, because I think it'd be nice to have something pretty behind there. Or did it already have something pretty? Oh, is that there? No, that was in the middle. Okay. Yeah, I think that wasn't there, actually. I think it was somewhere towards the middle. So that went in there. And then I think that was there. So it's like that, which is just as pretty. So I'm happy with that. Okay, so that's that. In here. Right, so this is the page that I'm going to concentrate on now. And I'll have a think. I might do some fussy cutting. Maybe maybe I could use some of this and put a flower on. Well, not that one. Or maybe I don't really have any birds to fussy cut. I do have bird books though. Let me have a look. Oh, butterflies. Oh, sorry. I hope I've been in view all this time, because just check the camera and I might not have been. I apologise if that's the case. Yeah, I have these books. I've got these specifically because I can show them to the children, and you know, they're interesting, and anything that I want to use out of here I can, because I don't feel bad about it. There's so many of these you know, in secondhand bookshops, that it really doesn't faze me using them. So yeah, I do need a nice background if I'm going to use, excuse me, if I'm going to use flowers. So let's have a look. Got butterflies and bugs. Happy to use a butterfly, maybe not a bug in this pretty journal. See if we've got any pretty butterflies. Oh yeah, look. Not sure about the background though. That's a better background, but need a sort of more substantial butterfly. Too bright. That's okay. That's nice. That's a lovely picture actually, that one. You know, I could cut out sort of like this little ensemble. Oops, sorry. Oh, so pretty. I saw a really pretty blue butterfly yesterday or the day before, I can't remember now. And I tried to get a photograph of it and it just eluded me. But, see, that's nice in itself. Cranberry fritillary. Oh, peacock. I'm looking for something that I've got in my mind, you know, that I might want. Obviously I've got an idea in my head that it's the problem actually when you've got something that you look. See, I think that is probably, oh actually that's really pretty. Could use that. Could use this. Could fussy cut that out. Or this. Yeah, I might have to go for something like this. Or that. I think I'll go for that. What's on the back? Oh, look at that. That's my problem when I look on the back and I see things, I think, oh, I don't want to cut that out. That's nice. And the two. And a pretty flower lady smock. I was looking at some of them the other day. I'm wondering about this. I think I'm going to go for this. It's fairly neutral. See what's on the other side. Yeah, I mean, they're just too pretty. I'm not going to fussy cut, I don't think. I think I'm just going to rip around the page rather than fussy cut. Sorry I'm taking so long, but yeah, I am finding it hard. I'm going to go for this. So I'm going to, yeah, I'll tear around it for now. And this is unusual for me to do this because I do find it really hard. Try not to think about it, Julie. Okay, I'll rip more because I don't want, obviously, I don't want straight edges and I don't want that circle around it. So, I was watching a lady on YouTube a while ago, actually, it wasn't recent, and she had, she could just rip so well. You know, make the perfect rips. I was envious of her ripping skills. She just made it look effortless. But, you know, I struggle. See, that's what I don't want, is little bits like that, you know. Okay, right, and then here I'm taking far too long as usual. I'm sure you're all saying you don't rip like that. There you go. And I'm going to go around it with yeah, I'm going to go around it with some ink. I go again the grey ink. Seem to have lost one of my ink things, inking daubers. I just want it to stand out a bit. And I think if I use grey, it will stand out quite nicely on this. Hills and valleys, that's what they are. Okay, so I'll put that there, and then I'm going to put that down there, I think. What do you guys think? I'm not even sure if I like that. Maybe I'll just put it. No, definitely want something behind it. No, it doesn't work. I think it needs a different background. Julie? Not bad. Okay, bit more tissue. Not a mistake. Some pretty flowers. Might be too busy. Might lose the. Yeah, but it's nice that. I like that paper a lot. Okay, one last little look. So I'm looking for some eco dye prints that I've done in the past. and seeing if I've got a nice sort of a neutral background, you know, a nice neutral eco dye, see if that works. I've got plenty of eco dyes, I just don't know if the background would be neutral enough. There's one. These are too dark, but I'll show you them. Might have something in there. Okay, let's have a quick look. See if there's anything in there. I mean, I love these, but they won't work with what I'm looking at. Maybe they do, I don't know. That's an eco dye, but it's not particularly a, you know, one that worked very well. Yeah, so what I did with these is I covered them in wax. So I made them all, I did some encaustic work on them. So they're eco dyes covered in wax on cartridge paper. That's just a plain one. Well, not a plain, it's beautiful, but you know what I mean, plain paper. And that one, gorgeous, love them. Absolutely love doing this. And then some more there. But I'm just looking for one, and it probably is best to use Nothing 2. That's pretty, I like that. I'm just wondering whether to put that as a background rather than this, because I just felt like it was too white, and I do think this probably looks a little bit better. But I might have to rip it so it fits. Could make a pocket, I guess, or a tuck. It's just a shame it doesn't fit. Oops. I wonder if I could make a pocket and have that sort of down here. I might do that actually. So I'll rip this off here. Look at the other side. That's really nice. Love that. Yeah, I love that. I'm going to make a pocket out of this, and I'm not going to put that on top just because I love this, although that's a bit scruffy. I just feel it's too big, it's dominating everything, and I think it's that's the problem rather than this. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to take that scruffy bit off, I'm not keen on that. So I'll make a pocket with this, and I think that's really pretty. And then I might make another pocket up here using that half, because that's really nice. Okay, right, let's go for it. So pocket down here. Of course, the trouble with pockets is then you've got to make, you know, cards and things to go in them. So it just creates more work. And also I need to be careful about I think I will put something here, just something small and pretty. So I might put a flower or something there, maybe even a dried flower. So, oh my goodness, I've just realised you didn't see what I was doing. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to check if the video on then. Right, so what I was doing is I was just putting this on. Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I might have to edit that bit out. Okay, and then this I'm going to put up here. So I'm going to make it. Should I make it? Let me think. No, I'll leave that for a minute. Now then, I've got some pretty flowers here, so I could put something there like that. No, it looks odd on its own. A daisy. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet. I like that. Yeah, I'm going to put that there. Oh, I'll try the other one because that's got a lovely pink edge to it. Pink tinge. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I'm going to put that one there. I wonder if I should have it going in like that, because we always, well, I always do it that way, but I'm wondering whether to put it going in. Yeah, I'm good. Shall I? No, I've decided not to do that. No, I want to. What about that? That's nice. Not as nice as a daisy though. I just don't know. Nope. Okay, I'm going to leave it as it is for a minute and think about everything. And yeah, I need to make some sort of journaling card or something, or a tag to go in. I do like that a lot, so I'm happy with that. So that's one thing done, another thing done. And as I said, I'm making far too many pockets, so I do need to make some cards and things. So I've got a tuck spot up here, so I could make something to go in there. I think that's too samey. I'll have a look here, see what I've got. If there's anything, I think it's all too, this is not narrow enough, I don't think. No, it's not right. Okay, I'll put them aside for a minute. And I'll look at creating something else. To go in there. Not sure. Book page. No, I don't want it in white, so I'm not using that either. See what I've got here without pulling lots of things out. I mean, I think that's too wide. I was thinking about that, but it's too wide. Could use this. I'll move these out of the way. Of course, I've still got my butterfly that could go in somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to take this off. This was a freebie from Kate on Etsy, and she's Kate Craft Store. So it was a freebie, and I found it on, I think it was on Facebook. So bless her heart, good of her to do that for people. And I will put a link, I think, to her. But yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that, I think. It's not right to the edge. Okay, I'll have to cut it. And I am the worst cutter. I suppose I could make it thinner. Yeah, I'll make it thinner just by working it, because it does need to be thinner. That's better. And I'll take a little bit off this edge as well. Just a little bit. See? And then this. And then what I can do is maybe back this. And look for something small to decorate it a little bit, to put something on it to decorate. So I'm going to use the card that, did I get a piece of card out? Something like this, and put that on there. So I'll glue it on. Using my glue stick. Sticky glue stick. I'm wondering, are you one of these people who do mass making? I haven't been able to do that. Oh, no, I did do it, didn't I? With some pretty things that I used when I did some watercolour. I suppose you could call that mass making. Just realised what I've done there. I'm going to have to move it along a little bit. I wanted a bit of a border. Not much, but a bit. Okay. It's not entirely straight, but there we go. Typical. I'm not even going to attempt to cut it because I'm absolutely terrible at cutting. I'm going to use my cutter. See what I've done now. Well, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Why have I done that? Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, okay. That's okay. I can live with it, I think. Maybe a bit more off. Yeah, a bit more off. Okay, that's better. Just it's a bit less uneven. Right, so what should I put on there? Just something small. Shall I go back to my butterflies, or shall I look for a stamp? Something like one of these. Maybe a fussy cut flower. That's a cute little bird. I like that. Cute. Wondering whether to cut that out. Sorry, I'm getting in a mess here. And this is how I work. I get in a mess. That's what I do. I can see that there's a little bit of a border around it. You might not be able to see it where you are. That's not straight. I'll try and get it straight. Oops. Oh well. How could I not even do that straight? Okay, that was a disaster. Oh dear me. I don't mind it a little bit, you know. Uneven. Almost looks like a stamp. I think I might have a stamp. Stamp. All right. Let's see. Let's see how this goes down. I like that. Maybe the wrong colour. I'm gonna have to use that somewhere else. If you heard the frustration in my voice, then yeah, that's right. I was frustrated. Alright, I'll use one of these instead. Blue. I like blue. I'll give the blue one a whirl. No, I'm wondering actually, because that's I'll show you, because this is you know, sort of cream and black. I'm wondering whether to go for something like this, which is a bit bigger, but or whether I should just maybe go for red. Okay, I'm going to try red. Doesn't matter if I cut them out, because you know, you use them somewhere else. You don't doesn't matter. They don't go to waste just because you cut them out. Right, I like the red. I'm going to use the red. Nothing has to be matchy. I'm a bit matchy person. Even as a fine artist, I was always very particular, and it's not that I'm a perfectionist. I just had I suppose it's my own style, you know, a way of doing things. Right, I like that. Now, shall I put it at the top or here, there? Well, I think I prefer it at the bottom. I'm going to put it at the bottom there. And I might cut the edge off, because I quite like that hanging over type thing. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. Sticky. I wish it wasn't so sticky. You know, smudgy, smushy. I mean, I could fold it around. Yeah, I'll fold it around. Seems like a waste not to. I like that, and it takes your eye away from this. I mean, obviously I could take all of that off, but I wanted the card to be, you know, to have a border around it. Okay, so now this is, because this is going underneath, it won't have a, oh, are you kidding me? It won't fit. It doesn't fit. Okay, well, let's see if I've got other pockets that it fits. I don't think it's going to fit in there either. No, it doesn't. So how am I going to do this? If I put a pocket on there, it's going to have to be very it's going to be very tight. Oh, here we go. What about in there? Yes, there we go. Like it. I like that. Now I could put a ribbon on it if I wanted to. Should I put a ribbon on? I'm going to leave it for now. I can do that later. Okay, well, I think I've kept, it's an hour. I've been on an hour, so I've been on long enough. I've kept you long enough, and I apologise if I went out of frame. Yeah. So take care, everybody, and I'll be back again soon. I'll do a flip through of the of this I'm hoping to get it finished because I've been working on it a little while now. So yeah, you take care, and I'll see you very soon again. Bye for now.